Baby, come on up in here, grab a seat because the wait is definitely over. Married to Medicine, oh, y'all are messy. When y'all start being this messy? That's all right, baby. The wait's over. Let's chit chat. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Married to Medicine. This is season 10. Can you believe this? Season 10, episode 1. Now, I talked about some things before we actually got here, okay? About the season and what was coming up and all of this type of thing. We discussed it. I was trying to figure out how is this going to be positioned with Gregory and Claude. How are we going to position this? Where are we going to work them in at? And that whole thing. When I tell you that you all down there to the Married to Medicine table or some shady, ooh, y'all are shady. Baby, that Quad, Miss Quad. Now, y'all talk about Quad, honey. And y'all talk about how she is and how overdone she is. I hope she comes in here. I hope we see the Norma Desmond of Quad Web, honey. I hope she comes in here and shakes the table. I hope she come in here and give y'all everything y'all ever accused her of. Because I looked at this and I said, oh, so we're literally painting Quad as the outsider. I said, wow. Now, see, if they would have did this and painted her as an outsider back when Mariah was actually rallying for that, you all remember what she told. You're not even married to Medicine, my love. If they would have done it then, I would have said, you know, it is what it is because Mariah was their friend first. And Mariah brought Quad into the fold. Listen, friendship politics ain't fair, just like regular politics ain't fair. So if y'all would have shaded her and made her feel like or seem like the outsider back then, all I would have been able to do is say, girl, you know I love you, honey, and swallow it. But the fact that y'all didn't do it then, y'all have given me other choices, honey. I don't have to swallow it now. So it is what it is. Baby, y'all's ass is shady, honey. They're painting her out to be the outsider and bringing in Dr. G and the new wife. Oh, you all. I hope she comes in there and gives it to y'all. Something terrible, honey. Terrible. And the only person that really was like, well, wait, Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly. You know, Heavenly like some mess anyway. She like a little bit of mess. And she'll call Quad out on some mess and don't care if she hurt Quad's feelings, or she'll tell Quad, girl, you being messy. Shut the fuck up. You know, that's just Heavenly. But everybody else, they'll try to throw the whole bitch in the garbage. I said, wow. Wow. Now, that's what I got when I watch. So it's going to be very interesting. Y'all, don't hold back in them comments. Come on and tell me what you got. Tell me what you saw or what you thought. I'm sure it's going to be very interesting. But I hope she comes in completely dramatic. I hope she gives y'all all of it. Honey, this is my life. I hope she gives y'all all of it. Every bit of it. Girl, I approve. Come on through here, Quad, and give the people what they're waiting on. Girl, I mean, take it to a 20. Put the 20 on the 10, Quad. Snap, snap, let's go. Come on, sis. This is your time, honey. This is your life. Girl, come on and give them all that drama. All of it. Anyway, listen. So I just said my little piece. I said my little piece. Y'all know I like Quad. I don't care. Because some folks going to get me and be like, oh, you only side with Quad. And did. On this. And did. So far. And did. They being shady. How she the breakout star of the damn show. And on the 10th season, now she the outsider. If y'all don't get out of here, honey. That's some bull crap. Anyway, whatever. Season 10, episode 1. Boom. Starting right off. Heavily throwing shade already. Now, you know, there's always not so good blood between Toya and Simone and Heavenly. Heavenly, the first time we see her, she in here doing a confessional, and she gonna say, "Oh no, you know, I love Dr. Jackie. You know, I love Dr. Jackie, but I don't mean like in a lesbian way. No, you know, that's Toya. That, you know, I'm not a carpet muncher. That's Toya. Toya's the one to be eating people's coochie." I said, Dr. Heavenly, we ain't even made it to the first commercial, and you done called this woman a carpet muncher. In the first 15 minutes, Heavenly, really? Oh, but a carpet muncher. I said, Lord have mercy. All right, Heavenly ain't never gonna be nobody but Heavenly. You understand? It is what it is. And then they bring Trouble herself, honey, in. I said, who is this, honey, coming through with this Angel Brinks jumpsuit without the rhinestones? I said, who is this? Child, Miss Phaedra, honey. Phaedra rolled through. They were at the opening of the Vault. The Vault is a really high-end boutique. They have some nice pieces in there now. And when Heavenly came through, and look, y'all know the things I love the most in the world, honey, is fur and diamonds. Baby, that fur coat, I said. And Heavenly was in a blazer that was covered in rhinestones. It was really sharp. But it was very, and it was so funny because Jackie came in first. Jackie was sharp too. She had this cute little pants, little short pants. I said, come on, Jackie. Y'all notice Jackie is getting a little more sensual and sexual with her looks as she gets older. And I'm like, come on, Jackie, because Jackie used to be really, really conservative. But she had this little tangerine number on, and Jackie was doing it. You hear me? She looked good, but she always looked good though. But she was looking really good. It really fly. But she had the rhinestone jacket on. Of course, that jacket was a bit much for Dr. Jackie. But, you know, Heavenly is gaudy. If you don't stop Heavenly, girl, Heavenly will show up for the shit looking like a cross between Dame Edna and goddamn Elton John, honey. If you don't stop her, you gotta grab her and pull her back. So I was like, but that jacket fit Heavenly. It was gaudy, but it was nice. It was really well done and really well crafted, tailored real nice. But I mean, how many of us could actually carry off a jacket that is completely covered around? Yay, drag queen on board. But you know what I mean? But it was a lot. It was a lot of look. So I laughed at that. But the fur coat that Heavenly was saying that she like, I said, girl, you ready for that fur, Miss Heavenly? That fur was just that. It was heavenly, honey. I said, girl, get it. Buy it. She can afford it. Dr. Heavenly got it. Don't ever sleep on Dr. Heavenly Kimes. Maybe she could have bought both of them that's sitting up there because there was two of them hanging. She could have bought both of them if she wanted to. Don't sleep on Heavenly. Anyway, because they be trying Heavenly. They be trying her. Don't play with Heavenly like that. She could have bought them both. Anyway, moving on. But very nice boutique. I liked it. I like what it gives. Phaedra as a partner, I could see that. I could definitely see that. Because that's one thing. You know, Phaedra's coming from Real Housewives of Atlanta. That whole thing. Phaedra's character is a lot. She is a lot, okay? There's been times when Phaedra be up underneath my skin, and there's times when Phaedra makes me laugh real hard. Phaedra is just Phaedra, and you just got to take it like that. She's just, the bitch is like a toothache. You know, it'll sit dormant, and you be like, oh, everything's fine. And then one night you'll be asleep, and it'll jump up on you, honey, and feel like somebody done stuck a damn tree trunk in your mouth, honey. That's Phaedra. It's just like there's just periods with her. It's just Phaedra. But she rolled through. She started up already. Now she got, she always got some bullshit running. She said, oh, yes, I'm not into medicine myself. See, I had to see how she was wrapped in here. But I am dating medicine, honey. Yes, I'm dating a physician. He's Nigerian and he's in Nigeria. I said, Brother Andy, So you just wanted to give Phaedra a job and you just couldn't put her back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So you found somewhere for her. And I'm fine with that. Just say that. But all of it, and then we're going to take pictures. With X's over the man's face and all of that. I said, if y'all don't stop. And is that Dr. O? Okay. Dr. O for out of the country, honey. They don't get out here. So they playing in our face. They just needed a reason to bring her onto the show, to bring an extra added layer of drama to the show, and let's go. That's it. This is where y'all going, because the show is changing. The show, we talked about that at the end of last season. The show has been changing. They used to be the closest to reality of all these shows. Not so much anymore. And then the things that are reality are shady as hell, like the stuff with Quad. So y'all getting down off of y'all pedestal of better than. Y'all stepping on down to where everybody else is sitting at in the bleachers. This ain't no big deal. Ain't no big deal, because I still love you. But just know, y'all done jumped up off of OWN network and jumped on the BET, honey. Don't get mad at me, honey. I didn't make the rules. Anyway, but that's what it's given. And why Jackie summed it up so good when she said, Phaedra be doing it. She be sharp. Yeah, she did. She got it going on, blah, blah, blah. She said, Phaedra's as slick as oil on a wet road. I said, Jackie. Baby, I said, now she could take that if they ever let her back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She could use that as a tagline, honey. I'm as slick as oil on a wet road, honey. And where is the lie? Where is the lie? I'll tell you where it is. Right in Phaedra's mouth, behind her molars, honey. She's going to tell some lies because that's what she gives, honey. And they had to say it during the show. Phaedra don't always tell the truth. No, she's a liar. She's a lawyer. A liar. Anyway, so we got Phaedra, and that's how we got her. I've been waiting for months to see how we weasel her in. We literally did. We just we made her a doctor. I hope that's what we do. I hope that's the last we see of him, because Dr. O for out of the country. I don't want her to be meeting up with nobody, trying to fake it till she make it and be done met up with Dr. Kevorkian. And just leave him where he at. Let the lie be, honey. Just let sleeping doctors lie, honey. Moving right the hell along. Simone and Cecil. Y'all know I love Simone and Cecil, right? But y'all know Simone been getting on my nerves for a little bit here. Why y'all feel like y'all married just to be married? I don't think things have been patched all the way up. And I definitely think that they need to stay married. And I think they can fix it. But I think we're still in the process of fixing it. Now, both of the boys is gone out the house. And now it's just you and him. And y'all don't seem like y'all happy that it's just you and him. I think the kids was a good, in between to screw it up where y'all didn't really have to spend all the time with each other, because y'all ain't liking each other all that much. And Cecil seemed kind of beat down. Like, at one point, I think Cecil was living his best life. And I think Cecil got a little out of hand. And I think she hit him with the 2-piece and hit him upside his head with a biscuit. And he just don't seem happy. He just don't look like he know from day to day who he gonna be dealing with or how she gonna be acting. And he ain't even trying to press it with her. That's how he look. You look scared, honey. Blink if you need saving, Cecil. Something like that. Poor baby. Anyway, and he's aging. We think doing flashbacks. I'm looking at Cecil because I always thought Cecil was kind of sharp. Cecil's aging. I said, what the hell? I said, Simone, lay off the man. God damn. You got him aging and shit. What is really going on? Anyway, they canned the book. They said Omarosa was completely right. Thank God, Omarosa. I thought so too. Who'd ever thought that I would agree with Omarosa? But yeah, can the book, honey, because they wasn't even in the right spot to even be trying to write the book. Let that book go. That book, I believe, they kept that book would have tore them apart the rest of the way apart. So then we got Toya and Eugene. Now, Eugene looks great. Eugene has lost weight. You know, he was losing last season, but he's lost weight. He's feeling better, looking better. Shit, of course, Toya's talking too much. She's talking about he busted her down where she wasn't really getting bust down. So she's happy. But I'm going to say this. Before y'all know, at some point, I'm going to probably have to drag Toya like I always do. But Toya, you raggedy ass heifer. That black dress that Toya is wearing in her confessional. It's Toya. See, remember, Toya had some weight struggles as well when she had that she had those little female problems and things, and then it like she went through a little struggle with weight and everything. But baby, Miss Toya is back, and boom, bang, pow. Toya was so damn clean sitting on that couch with that old nasty piece of goddamn slide on. I said, Toya's that old nasty piece of mule you wearing, girl. With her foot kicked up there, clean as the board of health. Dressed bad as shit. It was a lot of new mesh and black. It was fantastic. That broad looked good. Toya ain't looked this good in quite a while. You is looking good, mama. Now you listen. Toya was clean. Toya was clean. I always give it to her. Because she wears her clothes now. She might not be the best at some other life stuff, but that heifer gonna be clean with that body. Because she's having a little trouble here. When she's having some weight thing, she ain't know about that new body. But the one that she come from, and where she got back to, yes, I'll be definitely watching the fashion show that is Toya Bush Harris. She starting off strong, baby. That dress is everything to me. I loved it. Moving right along. They had actually, they were having some issues of their own, and they were talking about how they've gone over to Cecil's and Simone's, and Cecil and Simone have basically counseled them out of whatever their issues are, and they are doing much better. They're doing much better. So right here is where, and I was shocked, right here is where they ushered in Dr. G's storyline. They usher old girl and Dr. G right in. They're literally having like a little dinner party there at their house. And Dr. G and his bride-to-be, Letitia, better known as Sweet Tea. Soon as you hear the name Sweet Tea, you know she don't fit in with the group. Okay? Nobody in the group has like a nickname. Like that ain't even their type of crowd. Toya, Mariah, Simone, Dr. Simone, Dr. Jackie, Quad, everybody else, even what was Anila, even Carrie, old Carrie Wells, Carrie, and then Sweet Tea. I don't think so. Why she sound like the stripper of the group? Sweet Tea. And then we like, okay, so he comes in. Dr. G looks great. Now, I can't beat Dr. G up too much because remember, whenever I was introduced to these people, I was introduced to Quad and Dr. G. Gregory and Quad, I was introduced to them as a couple. So I loved Quad and I loved Dr. G. I was so heartbroken when they actually broke up because I just loved them. I loved them as a couple. But then, I didn't pick no side with it. It just was what it was. I don't see Dr. G anymore. I see Quad. So I still never stopped loving Quad and never stopped loving Dr. G. He just was Dr. G doing what he did. Now, he did a lot of stuff when they was breaking up and I had to drag him. I had to drag him on his actions, but I still like Dr. G. Still rooting for Dr. G. But some of his actions and some of the things we found out, Dr. J. But I still love Dr. J. But he looks great. He looks great. So I'm going to say the split from Quad, they both needed that because she is doing great and she looks fantastic. He is doing great and he looks fantastic. They were toxic for one another because they both was looking a little disheveled at the time. They was both looking kind of wild, like, you know, they had a little wild look like, shit, is they going to break out and fight or what was going on? Shit just went right. So they needed to break. Sometimes it's just over. And I believe with that, I believe it was just over. Now, this whole thing, like I said, he's lost weight. He looks good. He just looks like he's living his best life. He looks like he's happy. He looks like he's happy. So during the little dinner party, we have these other little things that's going on because we got two things going on at the same time. So we're all actually we're still going back and forth from the scenes of where Phaedra and Jackie and Heavenly are, and then over here at Simone and Cecil's house. Well, we found out over there, Phaedra knows Dr. G. I said, oh, Lord. Phaedra knows Dr. G. They're like, you know, they cool. And here it is. Because, you know, we always make something more out of nothing. They did date, but they never got to it. Okay? So, funny, I can imagine exactly why Phaedra dated Dr. G. But that ain't even her move. Like, come on, girl, he was laying up with Apollo. So, no tea, no shade. Love Dr. G dearly. But laying with Apollo and laying with Dr. G is like Wednesday and Friday. Moving right the hell on along. So, they never got to get to the, and they became more like wingmates, as the way she put it. You know, she's like, yeah, because first she's like, we never dated. They dated. They did a little date thing, but it just didn't go nowhere. But anyway, so that was that. And that's what she said. She knew Quad and everything, that she met Quad before they even got married. Like he swung her through, like to meet her and all that. They were like, you know, like brother sister type of thing. Okay, cool, no problem. So Cecil's mouth. Your mouth always gets you in trouble with these ladies. And I got a feeling that this comment that you made, I can't imagine, because I wrote it in my notes as soon as he said it out his mouth. And then they had nerve to repeat it. I said, Andy, you shady queen. I mean, repeated it. When he said, well, I feel like Dr. G leveled up. You what? Hey, Cecil, you didn't learn anything when you was sparring with Heavenly? You think you want to spar with Quad? I don't think you do. I don't think you or your wife want to spar with Quad. And that mouth is going to get you in trouble. And that's that old shady ass Andy. That's why they put it in there twice, to make sure that heifer heard it. You feel like he leveled up. Really now? I said, well, that was a, I said, oh my. And that was the first thing I said. First of all, the hell they hosted a party. I said, okay. Then we done found out they ain't nobody seen Quad. Ain't nobody seen her since they wrapped in New York. I said, oh, y'all's a fantastic group, honey. What's going on here? And then when he said that, I said, I hope to say what we're doing. But I said, oh, looks like it is. Okay, so she's the outsider. Well, ain't that a bitch? So here we go. We got Sweet Tea and Dr. G, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm like, okay. Night and day. Night and day. I mean, just being honest. Sweet Tea, I'm sure, is cool. She's cool. But Sweet Tea versus Quad, night and day. Night and day. And as a matter of fact, when they show a younger picture of Sweet Tea, she looks exactly like Toya. She literally looked, if you see that picture, see, we don't know Sweet Tea, but we're used to looking at Toya. When they flipped, I said, why they show the baby picture of Toya? It was Sweet Tea. But Sweet Tea don't look like grown up Toya. Because much she get on my nerves, grown up Toya is a looker. But Sweet Tea, she just all right. She just okay. And she just okay. She all right. Let's move on. So very quickly, I tried to have like some level of decorum and not prejudging Sweet Tea. But then the first thing that came out during this party is how she actually got with Dr. G. I said, throw the whole bitch in the garbage. She slipped in his DMs when all the stuff was going on in real time. Whenever we was watching and we seen him and Quad breaking up on the show, she jumped her monkey ass in his DMs and she sent him a goddamn DM that said, I got what you want and I can give you, I got what you need, I can give you what you want. And actually put a baby emoji in that DM. I said, pardon me, ma'am. Is there any other way that you could have lessened your worth than that? So what, you some type of baby making factory? No. That was your lead in. I can give you a baby. So you studying Gold Digger 101, huh? You done studied, you done sat up here and watched the show. And Dr. Gregory, this is all on you. Whatever comes to this is all on you. You done sat up here, watched the show, worked you a plan out basically on how you gonna grab Quad's leftovers. Oh, I said it. Oh, I said it. And it ain't even got, and y'all could go ahead and attack me now. Go on and attack me now. It don't even have to do with the fact that it's Quad. It's just in general. Leftovers. Anybody that watched you break up and then lead in with the things that they felt like, or that they pulled from the arguments and the fights that was lacking, and they lead in with that, that's the cleanup woman. That is the cleanup woman. And if I was Quad, when I first show up, I would be steadily saying, girl, you would think I was Billy Jackson, honey. All you getting is my leftovers. You're picking out of love. I done already picked over. I would be singing it right in her face, honey. Yes, I would, because that's exactly what she's doing. You coming in just cleaning up. Really, ma'am? You coming in cleaning up. And then the girls, they didn't even really realize they was doing it so much, but they came in and let you know you was a cleanup woman. That's how you know you're out of order. No, you're out of order. And they wasn't trying to do it. Well, I don't know. Jack, yeah, they were. It was Jackie and Heavenly. They was being shady. But girl, they let you know, honey, that you was just cleaning up. Just cleaning up. Yes, you were. Yes, you were, Miss Sweet Tea, honey. Sweet Tea is a gold digger, honey. Even old nasty piece of damn Phaedra later on, eyebrow raised all the way up to the point where I almost pushed her wig back. I said, I know that's right, Phaedra. We're going to get to it. There's some good shit here. Anyway, so that was that. And he flew her. I said, look at him. Old, desperate, nasty piece of man. Honey, she said that. He flew her out. He said, come on, honey. And then told her, well, what? She's 31. That's the other thing. She's 31. So, you know, I could raise her to my hand. Because remember, he was being controlling on Quad. Quad not really one, when we found that out, she's not one you really could control. She's a wildcat. So, no. But all of this seemed good to him. Yeah, he flew her on out. So, I don't know, because she didn't talk about the money that she had. So, it was like, okay, look. Flew her out. She come in. They talk about the dress she had on. It all came in like a mail order bride. A mail order bride, and the ticket on it wasn't that high. I was like, now, Miss Sweet Tea, girl, I was trying to give you a chance. But girl, you done came in here giving me cheap realness, honey. And you got 10s across the board, girl. Anyway, I'm gonna try to be fair. Let's move on. Moving on. Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly and Alora. Well, we seen this coming. I knew Dr. Heavenly was starting to have a little problem about Alora growing up, honey. We knew it was going to happen. You trying to hold on, girl. Give her some space, girl. It just is what it is. I get it. And she's colorful, making this colorful for us. But I believe Dr. Heavenly is really struggling. This is her only girl, and it's the baby. And she is actually wanting to go to FAMU, so she's like literally leaving. The boys are close, but she's leaving. She is leaving Atlanta, Georgia, and going on. And she's like, I just hope she doesn't get with a man and do what I did. I mean, well, the chances are she could, but she's very, very smart. She's very smart, Heavenly. She's very smart. And she's very grown. She's been grown as long as we know her. So I don't think you have too much to worry about, but it is what it is. And don't fight so hard, because the more you fight, you know how that happens. Whatever it is you're fighting for, she's going to do the opposite. So that's that. But they went in to get the prom gown, and they was getting this prom gown, and Heavenly just was taking over. We like, Heavenly, hey, hey, come here, honey. You know you can't dress. Have a seat. Oh, I think this is nice. She went in there and pulled this gown out. When I looked at that gown in that bag, I said, who the fuck is that for? Dionne Warwick? If you don't get your... Get out of here! I said, Heavenly, if you don't stop, child, if you don't stop it, Eddie, I said, don't even try that on Alora. And she didn't. She said, Mommy, it has long sleeves. It's all covered up. First thing Alora came out, it was strapless. I said, come on through. Girl, it's Atlanta, Georgia, child. In the middle of the summer or the beginning of the summer, you want her to put a whole long ass arm dress, come out there singing it. You don't stop. Baby, listen, they gave Heavenly, do you know the way they're saying, Jose? Well, get headed there, bitch, and get on out of our way. Whew, just a hot mess. I said, that Heavenly is funny. She was so serious with that damn Dionne Warwick dress, honey. God, no, I'll never love this way again either, Annie. Get out of here, Annie. Moving on. So let's go over to Sweet Tea and Dr. G's house, because this was the next thing. She's a Texas girl, okay? And look, we 30 minutes into this, and I'm just well, you know, the first episode, usually I ramble, honey. It is what it is. Okay, I got more. Texas girl. Texas. She's a twin. There's Sweet Tea, which is they're fraternal twins, but they actually do look alike. They look like sisters that look a whole lot alike. They don't look like identicals, but they really do look a whole lot alike. So you got Kanisha and then Sweet Tea. Kanisha and Letitia. Okay. Anyway, so we go over there. Heavenly comes in, and Heavenly's right away. Heavenly's like, the house looked better when Quad was here, because Quad had an interior decorator. This girl's very Target. She's a very Target type of girl. I said, oh my God. Heavenly. Heavenly. She's so shady. And then Dr. Jackie literally walked right in. She ain't even wait for no confessional. She's like, oh, that used to be purple, and this, that thing, and the other. She's like, oh, yeah, okay. You've changed everything. How nice. I'm saying, these two efforts. Shady. Very shady. But the house, it does look a little downtrodden now. I ain't even gonna lie. It's different. It's different. You know, it doesn't look cheap. It doesn't look, it just downtrodden. You know, Anyway, but and then we had all this Texas stuff going on too because it's a hoedown. See, Quad would have never done that. See, I was trying not to do that. Quad would never have had an engagement party. That was the theme, was a hoedown. But given what we're working with, I think a hoedown is just perfect. Because it seems as though Dr. G's down with hoes. So let's just move right on. That was so shady. Oh, that was so shady. I ain't taking it back though. I'll add to it before I take it back. Moving right along, we meet Dr. Alicia and Dr. Kima. Now, I think we're going to get more into them later. That's another doctor couple. They were there. And then we got Phaedra. And everybody came in, their little Texas type of garb and everything. They had a mechanical riding bull in the damn living room. Wait, even one of the men, I can't remember which one it was. It might have been, was it Cecil? I think it was Cecil. They said, I don't know about that mechanical bull up in the middle of the living room. Tacky. Barrels of hay and shit. I was like, that was the first. Why did you have that party at the house? Why didn't you just have that party at the hall? You should have just had a hall. Like, shit all over your house. Anyway, whatever. Again, I guess. All right. So, Phaedra comes in leather. Done. Prada. Get into it. Jackie's outfit was fire. It was very much upscale fringe, runway fringe. It wasn't, the normal fringe. I mean, custom fringe. Her fringe that long, you can't find it in the store. Custom, honey. Doing it. Okay. Letitia's outfit looked like she sat right on up there with a glue gun, honey, and said, baby, I am going to kill them with this, honey. She'd have been down to the Michaels, honey, and she said, baby, I'm getting ready to light these girls up, honey. The shorts, they was just cut into like a panty, and she done glued some fringes to the side. I just looked, I said, oh. And then the fringe that was on the hat, it all gave me hot glue gun, Michaels, Joanne Fabrics. Woo, we getting down, honey. I said, oh, one more time. Woo, we getting down, honey. I said, okay. It was a mess, but Phaedra's the one that came through. Phaedra said, turn around, let me see you. Oh, go ahead, girl. She said, yes, honey. She said, this one I'm talking about. Big Texas energy, girl, and big Texas panties, too, because the damn shorts actually was so tacky. They weren't fitted, so they weren't like hugging her body. Like the perfect Beyonce's Coachella shorts. That's what she was going for. But, Beyonce's Coachella shorts were custom. To her, they fit her like a swimsuit. But hers was like she cut them with a pair of scissors sitting in the kitchen and didn't know nothing about no sewing. And they were there. So she had these black panties underneath, and they was like period draws. So they was showing on the side. And that's when Phaedra said, ooh, big Texas panties. I thought I was the only one that noticed it. I said, I'm going to drag her about these panties, honey. But Phaedra came right on in and did it for me, honey. I said, oh, Phaedra. Anyway, then, they start with their little conversations. There were some other friends. There's some other friends. They didn't even give them, like, name tags. It's just like, oh, this is so-and-so and so-and-so. I couldn't tell you what they said their names were. Moving on. Usually, like, the sister got a name tag. Because the sister. Woo-hoo. Look out for her, Annie. Anyway, Toya gets to talk about Eugene and how he's based his weight loss got him able to bust her down now. When he said, you be tired and sweating and all that. Now I got more stamina. I said, dude, anybody really want to hear that? Really? I don't know why you two think y'all are the poster children for getting down, honey. I don't know. I don't want any of it. Anyway, moving on. I mean, seriously, how many of y'all want to literally, I'm talking to y'all now, you all y'all. How many of y'all want to work the light switch for Toya and Eugene? Put a 2 down in the chat if you want to work the light switch for Toya and Eugene, honey. I'll send them a message, child. But them comments is gonna be true. Anyway, moving on. So listen, y'all have everybody mad at me. Anyway, so they asked her, girl, what is your favorite thing about being engaged? That heifer said, child, access to the money. I have access to the money. Honey, when I told you Phaedra's eyebrows went up so high, it almost made her wig push back, honey. And she's like, do I sense a gold digger? Yes. Yes, you do. Yes. And if Dr. G, you're going to get what you get. And child, Heavenly said, Colwell. See, Colwell was a gold digger. I said, oh my God. With friends like Heavenly, who the hell needs enemies? She said, Colwell was a gold digger. But this child here, she digging for copper. I said, not copper. I said, girl, no, you ain't call her petty kind, honey. Heavenly is so shady. Oh my God. This child here, she's digging for copper. I said, oh my God. A mess. That was so off-putting. And that was like the last thing I needed. I was like, okay, I'm done with the sweet tea. Somebody give me a Coca-Cola and a smile. I cannot with this sweet tea, honey. This sweet tea is too much, honey. I'm claiming diabetes, honey. I don't want any sweet tea. Child, no ma'am. So let's go on. I said, this is too much. So then Toya, I said, oh, you want some smoke? You want smoke? Well, I wanted to ask, Phaedra, are you handling Quad's DUI case? I said, not she who gets a new home every season. No, you're not putting somebody, you dogs, you putting people's business out there. And listen, Phaedra was like, honey, I cannot confirm or deny anything. I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh no, I looked it up, called out her whole name and everything, her full name. I said, oh, you're doing too much. You're doing too much, and you will pay. Remember, never forget, this is my life. Never forget. Hashtag never forget. You're going to pay for that. I promise you, Toya. Toya Bush Harris. Log it in. Put it in your phone on today so you can remember. This is my life. You're going to pay for that. Anyway, so they end up in this whole conversation about Quad and going on. And so it was all, the party was all about Quad, all about what the house used to look like. It was all about Quad. And Letitia couldn't even get a word in. And then the sister said, hey, this is her house. Shut the fuck up and let her talk. I said, oh. Somebody go get the whip, Patty. What the hell's wrong with her, honey? So that's a thoroughbred that's getting out of hand, honey. Watch her, honey. She's a mess. And they said, girl, what? Now, wait a minute. She said, we got our own nicknames. I'm Sweet Tea. They said, who is she, honey? Mean Tea, honey. Basically, she ain't for none of y'all bullshit. I said, whoo, okay, honey. That sister got caught with that sister is too much. I said, oh my. She shut it right on down, honey. And then Heavenly had to get one more started. Sweet Tea was talking about fibroids and all of this. Oh, so now you got some other little issues. I said, now I don't want to pick at this because a lot of women do struggle with fibroids, and I'm not going to make light. I had an old nasty piece of joke. Oh, it's just resting, but I'm just going to leave it alone because I don't want to piss off my females, honey, because it would be a little insensitive. But she got some issues that she's going to have to deal with. Oh, shit, I can't. Listen. She came in with a lie. Because if you're battling with fibroids, then that means that you really wasn't, or you don't know if you really can provide him with the I can give you what you want. You don't really know if you can or if you can't. And I know that was a little sensitive. Don't get mad, y'all. But she done got on my nerves. She doing too much. But anyway, so she got some issues that she needs to take care of. This is where Heavenly was the one being shady. Heavenly gonna say, so Simone, why didn't you refer her to Dr. Jackie? Jackie's face, like if you don't shut the fuck up, Heavenly, because Dr. Jackie don't want nothing to do with her. Period. You can see it all over Jackie's face. She didn't want her to have no second thought and come calling her office. Girl, I don't want a coochie in my face. I don't want to be bothered her. Just let her do what she's doing and go on about her business, honey. Period. And Heavenly and Simone got into this whole heated exchange. I sent her to a specialist. And Heavenly was like, well, what? You couldn't do it? I can do shit. But Jackie is a surgeon. Jackie can do it. Jackie can do everything. So she was being shady. She was throwing it at her that basically you ain't as good as Jackie. You can't do what Jackie do. You ain't on Jackie's level. That's what she was doing. And Simone ain't going for that. And I gave her a special on and on and on and on and on and on until they had to really like break it up. Like break them up. Like knock it off. Knock it off. And basically the party kind of dispersed a little bit after that. Really tired ass goddamn party. And you only got like 3 friends, and then there's all these other people. Like I was like, girl, But I mean, it gives you gold digger party. Like, cause you come in trying to conform to whatever his life is, instead of him meshing with your life. You don't have a life, is what it seems. And did you fly those few girls? He probably flew those few girls in from Texas as well. Yeah, it was tired. Anyway, it ain't had no other reason, no other way to be but about Quad. Because, like, what is you about? First episode, you ain't showed us that you about nothing. They had a little conversation. They went down to get their little marriage license, and you sitting there and you. I'm going to let them know there's a new sheriff in town. You battling with somebody that ain't even there. Quad ain't even showed up yet. You battling with her, what used to be. Because you're trying to fit yourself into a dress that was hers, that she left at the house. And you can't get in it. Good luck. Anyway, this is going to be interesting. And I know we got a whole lot, and I'm sure y'all get ready to get me all the way together, but that's okay, because remember, before I take any of it back, I'll do it. Anyway, listen, not true, because if y'all think that the fibroid thing was a little too much, I don't think it was that bad. That's the first thing that actually rolled through my mind. I didn't want to seem nasty or mean, but it did kind of roll through my mind. Like, if you're having female problems, then to tell somebody that you can give them a baby is kind of like telling a lie, because you don't know. You don't know. So, again, if it came across a little insensitive to any one of you all, I'll say that wasn't my intention. That was my intention. I ain't take it back, but that wasn't my intention to trigger you. So we'll deal with that right there. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. If I hit you the wrong way, you'll tell me, and I expect you to. That's why we do what we do. We talk back and forth. Say it nice, or don't. I mean, it's up to you. Anyway. If you don't, I'll clean you up. Anyway, I'm out of here. This is what we got going on. It's a lot. Season 10, episode 1. I've been running my mouth damn near longer than the show's on. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Goodbye.